Hi, good day, and welcome to this Focus On with myself, Fifi Peters. We continue with our series on alternative investments and assets. In the previous episodes, we unpacked the risks and rewards of crypto assets, the dynamic costs of trading, and the evolution of multi-asset brokers. In today's episode, we explore high volume and strategy-driven traders. And joining us once again is Sihle Tuta, the head of region for PrimeXBT South Africa. And welcome once again.
Hello, Fifi. How are you doing?
Becoming part of the furniture right
Yes.
now. not a bad piece of furniture to have in the house, I must say. So you're here to talk to us about a new offering that you've brought to market, the MT5 Pro account. So tell us a little bit more about this and the gap that you are trying to fill here.
So, Fifi, recently PrimeXBT launched a new account type on the MT5 platform, which is the MT5 Pro, which comes with many benefits for traders and also for the IB partners. So IB partners are basically introducing brokers who refer clients to PrimeXBT. So one of the benefits of the MT5 Pro account is that it comes with institutional grade trading conditions, especially on the pricing side. I mean, as an example, for traders who trade the Euro-USD currency pair, they can expect to pay as little as 0.5 pips, in terms of trading costs. It also comes with up to 1:2,000 leverage. So that basically means you can trade as if you've got 2,000 times what your actual balance allows. Yes, leverage is a double-edged sword. It cuts from both sides. So you need to approach it very carefully. Also, the account comes with no minimum deposit, and it also comes with a no swap fee option for Islamic clients. So in the trading space, I mean, they're what we call swap-free accounts for Islamic clients because of their sort of religious beliefs. So the cost structure is very good and is very helpful for IB partners to present to their clients as USPs. So for all those traders who consider themselves professionals and who really care about the cost structure and the trading fees, so the Pro account is definitely the account to consider.
I can imagine how such offerings enhance your competitiveness in the market, but I must ask about affordability or sustainability thereof of these features.
Yeah. So remember, one of the considerations for the Pro account is high volume traders. Okay. So when you talk about high volume traders, we're talking about traders who open and close many trades usually in a short period of time. Like, to go back to the example of banks have different account types. You have an account for somebody who receives maybe a few payments through the month, and then you have accounts that are designed for a high volume of transactions, many deposits, many withdrawals, and then those account types tend to have lower costs because of the volume. So it's basically economies of scale. The broker or the bank, in the case of the example, will maybe charge 5 cents per transaction, but it's hundreds of thousands of transactions, as opposed to a trader or a client who transacts 3 or 4 times in a month. So that account type may attract higher fees. So it's basically an issue of economies of scale. So the Pro account is basically ideally for high volume traders, pretty much, to put it simply.
Maybe tell us about the timing of this particular product offering that you're bringing to market, and why now was a good time to present it to your clientele, existing and prospecting.
So it's in response to what local traders want, Fifi. I think from time to time, some of our colleagues who are in user acquisition will do some surveys to hear exactly what clients want, especially in this region. Clients are always looking for reduced costs in trading. They're always looking for a product that is going to minimize what they pay as transaction costs whenever they're trading. So looking at, obviously, traders who are more on the institutional side, so which means they consider themselves professionals. They're always on the lookout to save on their trading costs. And obviously, as a trader, you want something that's going to put money in your pocket or offer you a savings than take money out of your pocket, especially as a high volume trader, because you're placing a lot of trades, and sometimes in a short space of time. You want to ensure that what you're paying on each trade is as minimal as possible because you're placing so many of these trades. I mean, if you're paying, for instance, an example, up to $1 in one single trade, and you're opening and closing 1,000 trades a month, how much are you paying in transaction costs? So you want an account type like the Pro account, where the cost of transacting or the cost of trading is very low. Like we said, earlier, like if you're trading the Euro USD, you can expect as little as 0.5 pips,
sure.
As cost of trading. So the cost element of it when you're trading is very important. Similar to like when you're investing. So when you're investing long term, if you're going to hold onto a stock, you want to ensure that the commissions that you're paying or whatever the fees that your broker charges you are very minimal, because you don't want a product that you invest in and it just erodes your profits in fees.
Yeah.
And I think in a previous conversation we spoke about how most of these investment managers are underperforming because whatever little that you earn goes to their fees as opposed to paying your profit. So the cost whenever you're trading or investing is a very big consideration, especially for African traders. Okay,
so essentially responding to market dynamics and what your consumer or your customer wants, market needs. So a lot of the conversations that we have also been having prior to this have been focused on literacy and the financial literacy that you are trying to drive as an organization. So talk to me then about the benefits or perhaps the reasoning for both the standard and the pro accounts, and how potentially having both accounts help either the retain traders, yes, or perhaps even create new traders who are embarking on a path of, from beginners to professional, as it were.
Yeah. So the pro account, as we have already said, is more favorable to professional traders, so guys who are a little bit more experienced. And the standard account is favorable to someone who's likely a beginner, so somebody who's starting out.
Sure.
Now, both these account types, obviously, whether you're a professional or a beginner, your needs are different. So the guy who's starting out is unlikely to be concerned more about the intricacies of the costs of trading. He cares about the execution quality, right? And then this is where now the partner or the IB partner comes into the picture, because if he's going to go to, for instance, beginner traders to introduce the PrimeXBT offering, he has the Pro account and he has a standard account as both offerings. And based on the trading needs or the trading requirements of the trader in question, then he will then decide what it is that he wants. And as far as retentions is concerned, I mean, a big factor to consider when you're retaining a client is obviously the cost, especially because we are in a very competitive environment. So brokers usually compete on cost. Yes, you do have clients who don't care much about the cost. As long as the relationship is managed well, you are likely to retain them. They don't care much about paying an extra dollar or an extra 5 cents there and there, as long as the relationship is managed well. I mean, you look at it back to the example of the banks. The banks have different account types depending on where you are economically. That's why we have the private banking suite for people who are more on the upper side, of the tax bracket. And those guys really don't care much about how much they pay in account fees, as long as the relationship is managed well, as long as they've got priority support, they're happy to pay an extra 50 Rand a month just to hold on to that account. So as far as retention is concerned, you have the guys who really care about the cost, and you have the guys who really care about the relationship management, and that's exactly what we offer with these two.
So talking about relationship management and perhaps maybe even your clientele that are on the upper end of the tax bracket, as you alluded to. So I see that you've got a VIP tier system.
Yes.
And maybe talk to us a little bit about how that's working for you in helping you keep high volume traders who loyal, as it were, to the to the platform.
Yes. So the VIP program is an interesting one because it rewards traders based on the volume that they trade. So the more you trade, then the more rewards you get. As an example, you can get up to 20% cash back on your trading costs. So whatever trading activity you accumulate for the month and whatever you paid in trading costs, you can get back up to 20%. Mm-hmm. You can also get up to 20% deposit bonus. So which means if you deposit $100,000 into your trading account, you can get an extra 20% as a bonus to trade with. And any profits that you generate trading using the bonus are actually real profits that you can withdraw.
Okay.
And it is also the priority support. Yes, we do prioritize all of our clients, all of our traders, but as a VIP client or on the VIP program, you have access to priority support, which is an extra mile that you go through to ensure that you get all the support that you need,
Okay.
while not neglecting all the other traders who are not part of the program.
But even in maybe some of the lower reward programs, there are benefits.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you have anything to add regarding the trade and earn loyalty program and the manner in which it potentially goes beyond just a traditional cashback model to actually entice broader trader engagement.
Well, looking at the industry we're in, I think the most important thing, so the reason why people invest or trade is solely because they want to make a profit, right? Yes, you do have other things that are important to traders, like the customer support, like the priority support and all that. But the most important thing is the money, right? Because you enter into a trade, you're buying or selling because you want to make a profit. So the cashback is high there on the priority list. The more you trade, and then you earn rewards, and then you get up to 20% sort of cashback of the trading costs, the trading bonus. So I think the cashback is high up there,
Okay.
over and above most of the other sort of benefits.
Sure. I mean, it is a new product offering, as we said at the start of this conversation, and it will be interesting to see how it does over time impact on certain elements of the business by way of conversions and also retention of some of your customers on your platform. But Sihle, we'll leave it there for now. Thanks so much for joining us once again. A discussion on high volume trading and some of the offerings that are addressing the market needs, specifically around reducing the cost of making a trade. But in conversation, as always, with Sihle Tuta, he was the head of region, the head of region for PrimeXBT South Africa. If you missed the previous episode of the series on alternative investments, you can catch them on www.cnbcafrica.com. But do make sure that you join us for the next one, as we'll be talking a little bit more about mobile trading, the experience thereof, where Sihle will be joining us once again. Until next time, yes, goodbye.